Hello everybody and welcome to Secret Mana Randomizer Weekly Seed number 148. We have an asynchronous race today between Piano and SoBeeZee. We've got, starting with the Sprite, but also starting with both characters. We're doing a Vanilla Long. Wow! Vanilla Long exists in this game? Wild. We've been seeing so many, Mana Tree revivals in the weekly seeds recently. So we got the whip as well on the boy, and I don't see what the girl has. But we're starting with the Sprite. We're starting with access to all characters at the beginning. So this is a Mana Tree, or this is a Vanilla Long. No hints. The hints are disabled. We've got a high chest drop frequency. Gold multiplier is ×3, and gold check multiplier is ×2. There's Sylvan Magic right out the gate. Okay, very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that for both of our runners. Up! SoBeeZee falling into the trap. There are no hints. Oh wow, Sylvan's available, and the boss at Mantis Ant is the Serpent. Gloves is what the girl is starting with. SoBeeZee is moving on, not going to fight this first boss. Piano is immediately just, boom, jumping in, fighting bosses. SoBeeZee instead is going to fly away. We have the access to, so it's open world, we have access to the Flammie drum right away, which is also something that I feel like we haven't seen in a couple of weeks. It's been a lot of Flammie drum in Logic kind of finds, but let's see what else. That's it. Enemy status, enemy ailments or status types are status ailments are enemy type. So a sword orb off of this first boss, not a big deal. Let's see what SoBeeZee picks up here. Salamander Magic, also a good find. And oh my god, what is this seed? What is this seed? 3. So we have to go through the Grand Palace, and 3. You know, starting with all the characters, of course, those are not checks. Those are going to be additional, either like nothings, or I think they wind up being additional golds. But just 3 elementals, just right out the gate for free. Insane. No seeds yet, so not a whole lot of extra damage, but still. There's Giant Magic! What in the world? This is going to be a lightning fast seed. This is crazy. So SoBeeZee, she has 4 elementals already. PyanoTheYoshi getting tangled by this and burst, just really bullied in the transition scene here, trying to get to the Moogle village. Gets Undine and Salamando as well. SoBeeZee is now over at Taznica. God, so 4 elementals are already found. For going through the Grand Palace, that is huge. Still need, and starting with the whip, all they need is a cutting weapon. Really, all they need is a cutting weapon, and they can start checking to see what orbs they need. Since all the characters are found, that means they have access to cast all of the spells that they have, whatever they come across. Already having the Sprite, already having the girl. There's Dryad Magic for Piano, and he's gonna bail. SoBeeZee fighting a Crawler at Darkstalker. And there's a drop, a barrel, some nice money to use or possibly save for the Mana Beast fight. Nothing. Once again, another nothing check that we're seeing. Piano checking out. Oh, all of that stuff is way too expensive. You're not going to buy any of that stuff. Even with the double gold check and the triple gold drop from defeating enemies, you're not going to have enough money to get that kind of stuff. The seed is going to be way too fast for you to save up enough money to buy a fairy cloak. Are you kidding? This is wild. What a start. And this merchant, gave you money instead. Doesn't have anything to sell, instead just, here's 400 bucks. Get out of my face. Leave me alone. Oops, no item. Bunch of nothings. Mara with nothing in Southtown. SoBeeZee landing, seeing what she can get into at Fire Palace. Why not? You have 4 of the 8 elementals already. Let's see what orbs are available here. You can go ahead and do some checks. Piano now landing at Northtown, doing all of the Empire checks. Gnome, you can't do that. That's one of the ones you don't have. So SoBeeZee is going to bail. We'll see where she decides to go. Oh, but she has the glove. Is she going to try and skip up? Oh, the barrel check. I'm trying to remember how this works. This is, I played a lot of Mana, but I didn't do a whole lot of speedrunning stuff, so I understand like kind of how it works. There it is. Barrel plus in the healing animation, so she's just going to skip right up that ramp anyway. And we'll see if this was worthwhile, if she can get through the back half of it. Boomerang orb. And we'll see if the second orb stops her progress or not. Piano, still in the Empire, finds the Midge Mallet on the, I think that was the right. And that's Dryad is the second orb. So, yeah, Piano finds the Midge Mallet on the right balcony at Northtown Ruins. God, it's just boom, 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 boom. This is going fast. This is everything just picking up. SoBeeZee finding her second chest here in Fire Palace, and it is a whip orb. Okay, an orb for a weapon you actually have. Piano picked up something. Didn't see what it was. I hope it wasn't important. I was looking at the right-hand screen. We will see it eventually. I will have to. I'm sure SoBeeZee will go there, and I'll track it for her, and then give it to Piano as well. There's another whip orb. Okay. Piano gonna check the shop. SoBeeZee picking up another barrel, and I guess it's just gonna bail. Yeah. Ooh, some nice mid-range stuff available at the Northtown shop. Can't afford it yet, but in the future, it'd be good to come back and get those like a raccoon cap and fancy overalls for all of your characters. Could be all of the armor that you need for this run. It's going to be so fast. Everything's going to be such low level. SoBeeZee's landing at Southtown is going to get nothing from Mara. We're going to see that in just a second. And Piano is getting just stopped here on the bridge, trying to cross to get into the Northtown Castle area. Piano's enemies are a little more difficult since he went through that fight with the Mantis Ant. There's the sword. All right, a cutting weapon. And a glove orb. All right. So Piano has everything that he needs to SoBeeZee checking out the shop, realizing that, I mean, you could get the quill cap for the Sprite and the girl. Why not? Yeah, Piano is farming. Interesting that he's blasting down some of these enemies. Couple wishes. But, you know, getting money for that, you know, triple the gold multiplier. So maybe not as concerned with raising enemies' levels as much as it is being able to afford weapon upgrades and armor upgrades. So SoBeeZee put some nice hats on the Sprite and the girl, and she's headed north to Northtown Castle as well. SoBeeZee is about to go check this third chest that is usually after Metal Mantis. And there's a glove orb and a sword for SoBeeZee, and she's going to rope out instead of fighting. Boy's looking low on health, but, you know, plenty of healing with Undine, plenty of healing with items that you can afford right now. The axe and the sword. What is this seed? What is this? Axe and the sword for free in the same location. And Piano's out of here. Alright, so that gives access to a lot, like underground, or undersea SoBeeZee freeing the resistance. So nice. So sweet. Yeah, that gives access to undersea continent. You can go ahead and get into Dark Palace. The Moon Seed, finally, a seed. You can get into Dark Palace and not only set up the whole thing so that when you come back with the Dark Seed, you can just go straight to the boss, but also you can go ahead and get both items. Both chests. Man, this is lightning fast. Alright, we're gonna see what was on the left-hand balcony when SoBeeZee decides to do it. And I will mark that for Piano as well if it winds up being something that is a major item. Oh, SoBeeZee, I thought she was just gonna full send it to the back. Let me get the chest in the back first. Wild. What are you doing? Nothing. God, all these NPCs have nothing for us except for that one guy on the Turtle Island at the Sea Hare Tail check. He gave us $400. He's very nice. We will send him a Christmas card later. There's the Midge Mallet. for SBZ, and Piano is going to be landing and getting nothing at the Darkstalker check here in Tasnica. SBZ's running back in, is going to check the left-hand balcony check. And we'll see if it was something important that I missed on the tracking for Piano's side. Oh, that's not a real chest. A spirit orb. Okay. Not hyper important, but something, you know, something to level up. Tripping over myself. Level up a weapon. I should have some more coffee. Hold on one second. Coffee coming in. Oh, that's the stuff. All right, feeling better. SPC getting her first seed as well, that same moon seed. Piano's gonna go and get his allowance here from the salesman at the end of the world. And this is something that Piano skipped. SPZ, she's now landing at the Ice Palace. And this is something, you already have the whip. This is a completely beatable dungeon right now. We'll see if she decides to just go in and do the chest, and that's it, though. Piano's gonna take his chances with 4 of the 8 elementals available right now, and hope that this moon orb, or the palace orb, is something that he can bypass right now. Dryad. Okay, and 1,000 gold for SPZ, and it looks like she's out of here. So yeah, Dryad is... So with this Moonseed, go ahead and turn it in. They already have access to Dryad, already have the Moonseed. Yeah, this is a full palace check that can be done right now. SPZ about to go get disappointed by Picard at the top of the lighthouse. He's also got nothing for us, sorry to say. Piano turning in the Moonseed. Let's see what we got from Luna. It is more gold. More gold! More gold! Oh, wow. Okay, so SPZ picked up 1,000. Piano picking up another 2,200 from Luna, so a lot of money right there. Could head back to Northtown right now. I mean, that's enough money to give everybody fancy overalls, you know? Don't have to do it right this very second, but it's something to be considering. In fact, that may be what Piano's doing, since he scoped out the shop early. Also could be leveling up some weapons right now. I mean, not a whole lot of orbs right now. Sword, yeah. Spear, glove, that's it. SPZ has picked up a couple of whip orbs along her way, though. So SPZ is coming here to see what she can get into. Getting hats! Piano is buying hats and overalls for the crew. So let's see, what is our first orb here? Is this Undine? What is this? Sylphid. So this is doable right now. So SPZ is going ahead and she's cracking through 7 of the orbs, or these 7 orbs that are in. This also looks like Sylphid. Is this also Sylphid? It's Dryad, my bad, similar. Slightly different tint to the room. So the first 2 orbs in Grand Palace are elementals that our runners already have. And that's the first 2 rooms cracked open. Piano is now going to Guy's Navel. A lot of checks here. A lot of things to do in Guy's Navel. And SPZ's just pushing further up and further in to the Grand Palace. And it's getting silenced by this stupid owl. This is Undine. This is a blue one. It's a blue room. Another thing that'll be interesting, though, is seeing, you know, I guess it'll be easy enough to level up against some of these enemies, is getting more magic between casts. So that's 3 rooms opened. Glove Orb here at the Magic Rope check in Guy's Navel. SPZ going to her 4th orb at the Grand Palace. This is Luna? Yeah, Luna. Don't have Luna yet. Okay, so stopped. But while she's here, she can go ahead and check this this chest that's 1 level up. And also could go ahead and check and see, since she did unlock the left-hand side, go ahead and check and see what is the orb for this left-hand side, because it could be, you know, that's information to be gathered, or something you can go ahead and crack open. Undine, again. So 4 of the 5 orbs that SoBeeZee has come across, she's been able to deal with it. Nothing. God, nothing from any of these NPCs. Boo these NPCs. A whip orb. SoBeeZee's out of here. A sword orb. Okay, well, Watts is here trying to drum up business, going like, hey, I've got the sword orb for you. And, guess who that benefits? Both of us. SoBeeZee is now going to the undersea area. We'll see how far she actually decides to go through all these checks. Piano taking a save to save some of these boss fights, I guess. Javelin orb, not helpful, and yeah, SoBeeZee is bailing. Just getting that freebie check from the axe, and I don't think she's going to climb back up to fight any bosses up there. Doesn't have the Dryad Seed to turn in, and it's a lot of tough boss fights, so meh. Our Piano is now going underground. There's Gnome. Oh, wow. Another, for free, a 5th elemental, and also the thing that would allow you to logically get into Fire Palace. Salamando, magic, is one of the magics that you have. One of the elementals that you have to melt this Ice Gygus real fast. Both characters can cast offensive, you know, damaging fire magic too, so you can get the girl in on this as well. SoBeeZee has landed at Dark Palace and is going to be setting this whole thing up. And Ice Gygus is down. Underground. Underground, put him another 6 feet under, though. We're going even further below. So SoBeeZee will be picking up the first chest here in Dark Palace. A bow orb. And we get a spear orb. And Lumina. Oh! That's 6th magic! This seed is stupid. Alright, 6 of the 8 elementals have been found by Piano. He still hasn't found Luna, which SoBeeZee now knows is a necessary elemental to go through the Grand Palace. But who knows? Maybe this boss has Luna. You know? Why not? Luna's just... Why wouldn't it just be kind of just out there for anybody to go pick up off the ground? SoBeeZee's going behind the portcullis to check this second chest. A glove orb. Nothing. Piano's almost done with this Gorgon bullfight. We'll see where SoBeeZee decides to go. Oh, turn in the Moonseed. Okay. And it looks like Piano is out of magic during this fight, but is staying pretty safe from being physically attacked by the bull. Is just taking group attacks of Earth Slide, which deal, 1 damage to everybody. So he's just kind of whittling them down. Thunder Saber, now you're thinking. Get some extra damage on that sword. Nice. Gorgon Bull is just hanging on. He's such a big, strong boy. There you go, he's down. And SoBeeZee picks up 2,200 gold from Luna. And is leaving. Alright, what do we got for Piano? Glove Orb. There's one. Come on! Come on, game! Come on, game! This is dumb. Alright, everything has been found except for Shade. Shade may not be necessary in order to get through the Grand Palace, but will be entirely necessary at this low level to try and take out the the Mana Beast. You either get Shade and get the revamped version of Evil Gate to bleed him down, or I guess you've got Luna and you've got Gnome. You level up one of your weapons as high as you can, and just hope that you can slap him down, because he's a very difficult boss at this low level. I mean, that's a possibility. Whew. All right, SoBeeZee bought a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry, I'm reeling right now, looking on the left side of the screen at everything that Piano's picked up. Where you get? Okay, SoBeeZee's about to pick up Lumina and Luna as well, and Gnome. Those are the other three things. All right, so Piano's fighting the Hydra. Well, SoBeeZee is now going down. But the other problem with that, though, is that you only have one seed. So only, so much bonus damage that you can do. Eventually, if you don't find more seeds, it's cool that you have all these elementals, but if you don't find more seeds, you're just going to be casting level 1 magic. And, like, eventually, even fighting this boss right here, though this is a much, what was that, Luna? Luna Orb at the Underground Palace entrance. Piano dodging all of the fire shots from the Hydra, and SoBeeZee is now fighting Ice Gygus underground. Oh my gosh, everybody just calm down. Just settle down a little bit. Huh. Ice Gygus falls. Hydra has taken a lot of damage. There it is. Alright, Hydra down. This is a necessary boss to at least clear out of the way. Same thing with Hexus coming up. Don't have the Dryad Seed to turn in, so they're not going to get anything from this boss except for experience and gold. And SoBeeZee picks up her Lumina magic. Spear Orb at the Hydra fight. And yeah, Piano's just going ahead and sending it all the way back. Just opening everything up. Vampire. SoBeeZee now fighting her Gorgon Bull in Guy's Navel, and this will wind up giving her Luna, and she's probably going to do the same thing, just gun it back to Grand Palace. But yeah, that'll be the interesting thing, is if Shade is not found along the way, what tactics are you going to use to try and take down the Mana Beast? I mean, yeah, you've got a lot of money, so can have plenty of healing items, have plenty of fairy walnuts to replenish magic, but it's just, will you have enough damage to take down the Mana Beast before you just kind of like peter out? But it's wild to think that they're all potential, like, both of them are potentially in go mode right now. Well, or SoBeeZee will be after she beats the Gorgon Bull and gets Luna. Shade may not be. I mean, so we've seen 5 of the orbs. There's Luna, there were 2 Undine, there was a Dryad, there was a Sylphid. So there are 2 orbs left in the Grand Palace. One of them could be Shade, but if not, I mean, that's... then you have the other 7 elements, and it's just like... You have plenty of money to upgrade items, plenty of money to upgrade your armor, and have consumables, but you just don't have the physical damage output with... because you haven't killed enough enemies to get enough, like, weapon orbs to be meaningful once you get to that final boss fight. And the other thing is you don't have enough damage output from magic to do, something like that, to go down that path, because you've only found 1 seed so far. So it was Luna on SoBeeZee's side, a Glove Orb, and the Moogle Belt, right. And then Yoshi is taking down the Hexus fight, and he will be getting a Javelin Orb. And, ooh, another seed. That's nice. And that's something that can be turned in right now if you want to, but it's also just more damage. So far there hasn't been any, what we saw SoBeeZee get when she went to Dark Palace. There's nothing there in the 2 chests. Turning in the Dark Seed, though. SoBeeZee is coming back to Northtown, probably to shop. I don't think she's going to be doing any checks. I think she's coming here for the raccoon caps and the fancy overalls. And also just, like, other things. Candy, fairy walnuts, stuff like that. And, yeah, here goes Piano. So we'll see. You know, he's got to do the lower levels that SoBeeZee had already done. Also has Gnome. Could be casting speed up right now to help blitz through stuff, but no, not entirely necessary. He's got it equipped though. He's got it on. I didn't see if either of our runners got accessories. Missed out on that. I don't know if there's anything available and affordable. And yeah, here comes SoBeeZee to the end of the game. We'll see if she decides to clear out these... Nope. She's just going straight down and around. She'll fight Hydra and the Vampire once she finishes her run through the Grand Palace. Alright, so Piano is done with the lower levels. And here are runners on the same screen. Hello, hello. Taking elegantly going up opposite stairwells to mirror each other. So Piano still has a couple of things to crack open. SoBeeZee has done this floor as well. I think both of them on this floor were Undine? I don't remember. Maybe one was Undine, one was Dryad. Anyway, Piano has taken down 3 of his orbs. And SoBeeZee... Oh! Forgot to do this side before running upstairs. So they will both be in the Lunar Room at the same time. So close. They are just right on top of each other. But SoBeeZee has done one additional orb with her first visit here. So therefore is a little bit ahead. Also already got this check, which is going to stop Piano in his tracks for a little bit. Go ahead and do that. So here's, okay, we got Salamando that was locked behind the Lunar Orb. So the last orb, if it's Shade, they got to rush back out and try and find it, but more than likely is not going to be. There's a mighty whip orb for Piano. Alright. And Piano's about to do this 6th orb here. The Salamando orb. And SoBeeZee recasting speed up and is rushing towards the 7th Palace orb. Piano spending a lot of time fighting. I guess just trying to think, like, level up physical stats. Oh, yeah, this is Lumina? Yeah. Alright, so everything's unlocked. Cool. Alright, we're in go mode! Yay! It's official. Both runners are in go mode right now at 29 minutes. Oh my god. What a whack-ass seed. SoBeeZee still has 2 bosses to fight while Piano is catching up. That Piano is already done. Yeah, I'm just trying to wonder, like, Piano, you know, I guess getting money in general. Oh no, it doesn't have enough for Lumina. Uh-oh. So in casting a bunch of stuff, 520. So SoBeeZee is gonna try and level up some of these. Oh, I mean not SoBeeZee, Piano. Piano has to level up. Does he not have any fairy walnuts? That's mind-blowing that he doesn't have any fairy walnuts. So he has to fight through some of these enemies here. 520 experience. He's going to be running in and out. Let's see. So fighting those two enemies gives you about 100 experience. Oh, that's terrible. And does he not have any fairy walnuts? That's... Okay, this is gross. This is real bad for Piano then. I've definitely had some seeds that I've run before where it's like, oh man, I'm not prepared for this and I really need magic and I need to level up. Oh man. And yeah, casting speed up to get through the Grand Palace faster has wound up being a hindrance, because this last one being Lumina and not having enough mana to cast this very expensive, very mana-intensive spell. SoBeeZee is blitzing through her fight with the Hydra. All of these chests are just bombs. All of them are trapped. Everybody's moogled. Piano is having a bad time. Oh no, I can't believe he got stopped here for like 2 minutes fighting enemies. This is rough. Alright, should only have to fight... Stop opening chests. Should only have to fight one or two more enemies. A couple more. Everything's bad. SoBeeZee is picking up lost time, lost ground. With the random enemies being spawned. What? Wait, why would you reset? These enemies suck. Piano. I would bail on trying to fight these two. They have high defense. Maybe not. You know what do I know about anything? Spirit Orb. One more enemy to fight, and the girl will be leveled up. Dude, what a terrible roadblock. What a absolutely horrible roadblock. SoBeeZee is now fighting her vampire. Piano's trying desperately to kill this zombie to get the girl to level up to have enough magic. Finally can cast Lumina, or Lucid Beam. Oh my gosh, that was like 2.5, 3 minutes of just dead time. That sucks. But, I mean, obviously faster than leaving and going and buying a Fairy Walnut and coming back and having to run through everything again, but just like, ugh! I guess when you're running around and you're thinking about, like, okay, I'm going to show up here, I'm going to buy, you know, I'll get Fairy Walnuts on the way out. I won't need them going through the Grand Palace. But, yeah, that was a horrible stopover. But, SoBeeZee's still in her fight with the vampire. The Piano has already vanquished, so he can just sprint through this room. So he's still technically, ahead. The other thing, though, is he is, like, several levels above... Oh, this... Okay, so we got a Biting Lizard. It's weak to Salamander, so this boss will go down pretty quickly. Though it has high defense, so if you can't burst him down with this, you're not going to slap him down. The other thing is that Piano has been doing so much other combat stuff, and has really raised the difficulty of a lot of these enemies. Level 12, yeah. Versus level 9 for SoBeeZee. And, well, he's got Luna, right? He can just steal, well, not much. One magic. Okay, and the Biting Lizard... Biting Dragon goes down. Glove Orb and a Javelin Orb. Nothing important. Alright, Mana Fortress is unlocked. SoBeeZee is still in her fight with the vampire. Should be dropping pretty shortly, though. Trying to drain some magic so that she can get a little bit more kaboom going on. Missing the Dark Seed, though. I think this is the boss that gives you that Dark Seed, though. So she'll be happy to see that, but also be like, ah! Wish I'd had that Dark Seed a little sooner. Alright, Piano is going to go shopping. And is going to full send it to the Mana Fortress in just a second. Fairy Walnuts. Fairy Walnuts. Get them. Yeah, 3 Cobra Bracelets. Don't do it. Oh, man. Don't buy a hat. Yeah. So, 3 Cobra Bracelets. So there is accessories for all of Piano's characters. SoBeeZee finally takes down her vampire and should be able to blitz through the, her Snapping Dragon. Or whatever it's called. Biting Lizard. I forget what the name, what the actual thing is called. Snapdragon. Level 10. So, 2 levels underneath all of Piano's enemies. So they're equal power, but Piano has leveled up his enemies a little bit more with some of this farming that he's done. But he is now here at the Mana Fortress and has 4 bosses to get through. Don't know what the first one. All of these bosses are going to be randomized. I'm trying to remember what this was. It was a Javelin Orb and something else. Glove Orb, I think, is what it was. From that Snapdragon fight. Yeah, random boss on the first boss. The second boss will always be the Dread Slime because of just the way that the arena is laid out. SoBeeZee taking a long fly. There's got to be something that she scouted here earlier. If she's like that, she is here for. Only 2,000 gold on her. Oh, elbow pads. And maybe level up the weapons. Why did you come all the way here if you weren't going to get, I don't know. Interesting. I mean, it's not a huge flight difference, and honestly, being able to, I guess it saves maybe some scene transitions at Matango of having to talk to Watts inside of the castle versus shopping, like doing 2 scene transitions, leaving the castle, going into the shop, as opposed to having them all on one screen, just kind of out in the desert. Hexus is the first boss here at the Mana Fortress. I thought surely she was like, oh, I remember this one thing here that I want to go back for. But alas. They leveled up some weapons as well. So both of them are about the same, same power, because so many important checks were found so quickly that there's not a whole lot of divergence in power between the two runners with what they've leveled up and everything. Like, there's only so much that you can diversify when you're giving all of the, like, only 2 seeds, only a handful of orbs, of weapon orbs. So really it's just going to come down to, I think what it's going to come down to is either maybe like damage cancellation, like manipulation with either the Moogle Belt or the Midge Mallet, or the difference between levels in the enemies, because Piano is 2 or 3 levels ahead of SoBeeZee, and so therefore his enemies are going to be more difficult to take down. Because it's the same damage output from the spells at level 2, but if the enemies have a higher magic defense and have more health, then, obviously, it's just going to take more time to get through that stuff. And that may be just kind of this ongoing kind of whittling down of the lead that Piano has. But SoBeeZee is now in her fight with Hexus. I mean, level 2 damage against enemies that are all level, like, 10, 11, 13, 14 is still some decent damage. And maybe, they'll find a couple of seeds along the way or something like that. One can hope they can find another seed from one of these bosses. All right, so Piano has taken down his Hexus. SoBeeZee is still fighting her boss. We'll see what gift do we have along the way here. Oh my god! Come on! What is this game? All right, so Shade shows up at the 11th hour. And they have, but only, here's the thing, but, so they both showed up with full, actually I think SoBeeZee couldn't afford full, Fairy Walnuts. She has like 4 or 5 maybe, while Piano was able to fully load up. You can get Shade up to level 2 and do, Evil Gate attacks against the Mana Beast, sure, but level 2 Evil Gate is like, so this is going to be interesting. This may be something where Piano leveling up a little bit more may be beneficial. If gives the Sprite another mana point or two with Evil Gate taking 5 mana to cast. If he can get up to another multiple of 5, how much? What's the 5 out of 12? Okay, if by fighting these next couple of bosses and stuff like that, if he can level up to the point where the Sprite has 15 magic available instead of, you know, less than 15, that gives another cast of Evil Gate per recharge with a Fairy Walnut. So this could be interesting if he decides to, if he just, like, in leveling up and fighting some of these bosses, gets that available. I don't know if he's thinking about that right now. He may just be thinking, I'm just going to try and get through as quickly as possible. SoBeeZee having a tough time against Hexus right now. Two of the characters have been shrinky-dinked down, and she's just throwing fireballs, throwing Hadoukens like crazy. All right, her Hexus is down. Good. But yeah, I wonder if Piano is thinking about that, about going, okay, well, I've got, you know, I'm going to fight this boss, probably level up. If that's going to give me 13 mana, do I want to try to fight some enemies along the way and maybe level up one more time and then level up, hopefully, against the Lich boss and have 15 magic available to me? I didn't see what, oh no, I'm losing my mind. I'm crossing my eyes and getting the two runner screens mixed up in my head. Never mind. I was about to say something that was not pertinent. So SoBeeZee has fought through her first boss and is on the way to Dread Slime. Piano's doing a lot of damage, but is having to drain a lot of magic one at a time. Ugh. So slow. And unfortunately, the characters are all split up, so the center, that delicious center of the Dread Slime is not close enough to physically attack. Ooh, 5 magic stolen. Nice. All right, SoBeeZee is now starting her fight with the Dread Slime and is, yeah, immediately starting to level up Shade, just like right out the gate. So both of them throwing shade. Piano has taken down his Dread Slime. And SoBeeZee is trying to sap some mana out with Luna. So we'll see what this drop is here at Dread Slime. So 2 bosses down, 2 to go to the end of the game. Wild. Absolutely unhinged seed. Nothing. Big ol' nothing. All right. So what? So 12 magic. Oh, only 12 mana right now. Yeah, I don't know if if it were 13, here's the thing. It's that rounding thing. With it being 12, you have to level up like 3 or 4 more times to get the Sprite to have 15 magic before we go into the boss. And at that point, you're also leveling up all of the boss's stats. You know, since it's matching the player level and stuff like that, which means you're, you know, only having level 2 spells is not going to be as nice. And yeah, getting that third cast of shade, of, you know, I honestly, because with having 6 or 7 what is it called? Fairy Walnuts. That's 6 or 7 more casts. I mean, that's what it is. 6 or 7 more casts of Evil Gate against the Mana Beast. Ugh. Yeah, that's just too much time. That's such a time sink, I feel. All right, who is our final boss here? Oh, you're dead. It's our Ice Dragon. Oh, but oh, he has 1 left. He has 1. Piano has 1 magic left on the Sprite to drain. Okay, we're fine. We're safe. We're fine. We're good. Run in there with. Oh, he's just gonna go ahead and spend a. Okay. So didn't level up from the slime fight. Didn't get the magic back. Didn't fight any enemies along the way. And didn't like how little magic he was drawing from the Ice Dragon. So just decides to use one of his very precious fairy walnuts here against this next to last boss, and should level up from this boss fight. I don't know. It's gonna speed things up, but you're gonna have one less fairy walnut for the mana dragon. That's a choice. I don't know if I agree with it. All right, both bosses going down, boom, boom, side by side. SoBeeZee is about to pick up a coveted bow orb. Gonna go ahead and mark that for her. And the Sprite should level up. Yes. Okay, Sprite and Girl both leveled up, so they have full magic. Down one fairy walnut, though. So we'll see how much, how quickly they can get through. They do have, okay, that is also true. There's one thing I didn't think about. They have Dryad. They started with all 3 characters. They have the sword, mana magic, plus the moon, Luna magic, like extra crits. Although that's probably still level 0 for both of them. I don't think either of them have used Luna for the girl right now. So you're gonna cast and get like a crit, and at that point it's like, okay, are you using your fairy walnuts for the Sprite to use level 2 shade, or are you going to use it to give the boy mana magic and crits and no magic? That's one of those things that, like, I would have probably like cast a bunch of like Luna magic inside of the boss fights leading up to this to make sure that my Luna magic with the girl was level 2. Ugh, big hits. Not horrible. You can survive a couple of those. All right, SoBeeZee is now in her next to last boss fight. So yeah, Piano, it looks like he's just not even going to bother doing shade tactics. Even though he used it against the, what is it called? Alright, Flammie gets whacked. What is this crit? Not much. I'm trying to remember if Dread Slime is weak to shade, and that's why both runners decided to do it. I'm trying to remember. A lot of times, like, playing through the vanilla game, by the time I get there, I haven't used shade, so I have, like, Salamando or Undine at, like, level 6 or 7, and I just use that instead. I guess Dread Slime is weak to shade. Oh, Sprite's down. Getting some crits in. There we go. There's some swings for a couple hundred damage. There we go. We're getting it. All right, we'll see what SoBeeZee decides to do with her boss fight. You need to do some damage dodging. Okay, some healing as well. That works for damage dodging. All right, SoBeeZee. She's also not doing shade tactics. I guess Evil Gate level 2 is so not worth it. And it's one of those that's like, okay, we have the sword, we have Dryad magic, we have all 3 characters, we have Luna magic. It's like, alright, we'll just do this instead. Did the Sprite just get back 99 mana on Piano's side? What? Did he just use 2 of them back to back? Was that a mistake? He got... I'm sorry, I'm trying to watch both screens. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong there. At whatever that was, 48 minutes and like 10 seconds. If Piano accidentally used 2 fairy walnuts on the Sprite, or if there was some sort of weird glitch, because the Sprite got 99 mana back. There was a big old green 99 on the screen. All right, yeah. So both of these players are abandoning using shade and are just going to slap. 820 damage. All right. Okay, that was a good choice. All right, Piano takes this race. SoBeeZee to follow shortly. Just has to take a few swings. Yeah. This is the smart move. Yeah, I think shade level 2 Evil Gate is just not worth it. And Piano is going to be finishing his run at 49 minutes, 12 seconds. SoBeeZee should be finishing up in the next minute-ish. So she'll be done in just a second. GG to Piano. What a run. All 8 elementals. Just like, here you go. They're just, here you go. For free. Yeah, I feel that was the smart choices. You know, getting this, and also getting the sword and the axe in Northtown Castle for free as well. Ah! Like, it opened up so much. Like, congrats, you can now do everything in the game. What would you like to do? Because you can. You know, I guess except for Gold Tower and Firepower, like things that require you to turn in seeds. But as far as accessibility, it's just like go and do it. Yeah, I guess Sword Tactics, just having everything available, both characters, Triad Magic, having the sword, Luna Magic, it makes the most sense to slap the Mana Beast down instead of trying to do shade casts. I'd be interested to see what a level 2 shade would do against, you know, it just may not be worthwhile. Especially since it uses up so much of the sprite's mana that you could be using for other things. One more hit! Oh, that sucks. I hate it when that happens. When it's just like, oh, yay, one more hit. And you gotta go through this whole, like, it's like a 45-second cycle. If the Mana Beast leaves before the Mana Beast comes back and is able to be damaged. And to have one more hit left on the Mana Beast is just like, oh, come on! Alright, SoBeeZee takes down her Mana Beast at 51 minutes, 21 seconds. It's about a 2-minute difference between our runners. GG's to both of our runners. Congratulations on getting through this whack seed. Absolutely front-loaded, insane bananas seed. Wow. So I'm going to do this real quick. Usually I kind of let these things run, but I want to say it was like 48 minutes in or something like that. I wanted to see what happened here with Piano. Did I go back far enough? So trying to do... I don't think I went back far enough. It was when he was recharging the Sprite. So there's... Oh, okay, I see what happened. So he cast... Okay, so he used a Fairy Walnut, and the animation didn't trigger immediately that the Sprite got 50 magic back. And then he used it again, and then both uses of the Fairy Walnut caught up to the system, and they both triggered at the same time. Gotcha. Okay. Wound up not being important. It wasn't like, oh no, if I only had one more Fairy Walnut, it's too bad I double used it because the game wasn't showing triggering like that I used a Fairy Walnut. I'm glad that wound up not being an important extra Fairy Walnut that was necessary. All right, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, GG's to both our runners, Piano and SoBeeZee. Go check them out. I've got their links down in the description. You can go and give them a follow and support them. Also, there's a link to the website where you can get the Secret of Mana Randomizer for yourself and go and play it and check out all of its settings, as well as a link to the Secret of Mana Randomizer Discord if you want to come and hang out and talk and you have some questions and stuff like that if you're just getting started, or if you're like, hey, I want to do the weekly seed and do some of these races and stuff like that, you can come and participate in that. Very welcoming community there with a lot of knowledge about this game. So that's it for me. Once again, thank you for watching and listening along to the commentary, and I will see you all next time. Bye.